My name is Coach Bree. My business is Breezy Fit Co. I am a health and fitness professional online and in person. My online space is still growing, but online I teach you how to actually balance health and fitness with your lifestyle. In person, so my experience, I started out, I ran track in college at Georgia Southern. From there, I did my internship at Georgia Southern with Olympic sports. So Olympic sports is all of your non-football sports basically. So your basketball, your track and field, your tennis, your softball, your soccer, your volleyball, all of those things. So I specifically specialize with volleyball, basketball, soccer, and track and field. So that's pretty much my background. So after Georgia Southern, I went to Mississippi State. Now, all of this is going to come and mean something soon, so bear with me. Mississippi State is where I mainly focused on softball, track and field, and a little bit of basketball. After I left there, within all of that time, I did one-on-one training. I did small group training for general population. So there's athletes, there's general population, and then there's special population. So special population is more so like if you have any disabilities, any specific injuries, things like that, long-term injuries, things like that. So special population is not me. I'm either working with athletes or I work with general population. My coaching career has been a mixture of all of that, and I love every bit of it. I am developing what I've done and adapting that to my training that I do now. So when I train my general population, I'm training you as an athlete because you are an athlete. You can do the things that athletes do. We just have to figure out what level you're doing that at, okay? Now, all of that is going to lead into you living a better lifestyle, which is my overall goal. As a health and fitness professional, my goal is to help you figure out how you can live a better lifestyle, move better, feel better, function more efficiently. When you train as an athlete, you are functioning at a high level. So that's how I do my training. Whether you're online, whether you're in person, we go in depth on these things. So this weekend, I spent the entire weekend perfecting my craft. So PPSC is Pain-Free Performance Specialist. So it's big words, but it's not really big words, but all you need to know from that is that I am perfecting my craft so that I can teach people how to move more efficiently. My goal is to figure out how I can get you the most efficient. I understand that health and fitness is not your end all be all. You know, health and fitness is not what your world revolves around. For me personally, I can train 5-6 days a week. That's just what I love doing. But for people that are not weird like me, then you actually have a life outside of the gym. And I understand that. I don't want the gym to be something that you feel has to take over your entire life. I want it to be something that is aiding in your life. I want it to be something that flows into your lifestyle and translates into everything else that you do. So when you are stronger, when you are healthier, when you feel better, you move better, you have a different level of confidence about yourself. When you are able to lift a weight and do the harder things in the gym, you have a different sense of self-respect outside of the gym. When you do these things, you do these hard things, whether it's for 30 minutes 2 times a week or 60 minutes 3 times a week, whatever frequency that is, the fact that you do it and you commit to doing it, you are better for it in every single aspect. You carry yourself differently. You may have more confidence to go out and be on those dates. You may have more confidence to wear those clothes that you've been kind of putting to the side. You have more strength to do basic things. You are more independent. You don't need somebody as much because you are able to function at a better level, at a more efficient level on your own when you commit to doing these things and you do the hard things in the gym. So that is my purpose as a health and fitness coach. That is what I want to help you get to. And in order to do that, we train at least 2-3 times a week. I mainly work with women, with business owners, with entrepreneurs, with high-level corporate professionals. When you are in these fields, when you're doing these things, you need to be able to move. You need to be able to find balance with these things and still be able to do the things that you have to do to perform at a high level. My job is to help you perform at a higher level without having to sacrifice the other things in between. What do I mean by that? I mean, so you have let's use the corporate professional for an example. You are a corporate professional. 9 times out of 10, you work from 9 to 5. You have a typical 9 to 5, 8 or 9 to 5:30, 8 to 8:30 to 5, whatever time frame your range is. You have these specific hours that you have to be at a certain place, whether that's work from home, whether that's in a corporate setting. You have somewhere that you are responsible to be and have things that you are responsible for within those specific time frames. When you're doing these things, 9 times out of 10, you are sitting at a desk. You are hunched over, typing at your computer. You are pouring into other people. If you have phone calls, you are selling to people, you're making sales calls, you're fulfilling clients, you're selling products, you're doing whatever it is that you do, you are committed to doing that. Okay? My job is to figure out what is the ultimate goal. Is that your end all be all? Are you cool with what you do now? Are you okay with going to a job, sitting there for 8 hours a day, barely getting up, constantly gaining weight, getting desk ass, where you got the little dents and the creases in your ass because you just sit down all day? Are you okay with getting that? Are you okay with consistently gaining weight over time, not recognizing yourself in the mirror because you just haven't really cared enough to take care of yourself? Are you okay with that? I don't want you to be okay with that. As a health and fitness professional, I want you to be confident in that position. I have seen, less times than I would like to, but I have seen women that are in that position, they move up higher in those positions, in that corporate space, because they take care of themselves outside of those 8 hours. And it does not have to take an hour, 2 hours out of your day to take care of yourself, to actually be able to carry yourself a different way. You are obligated to be there for those times, right? Are you utilizing that time the most efficient way possible? Are you the one that sits at your desk through lunch, you work through lunch? Are you the one that stays there late, even though you may not necessarily be getting paid overtime? Are you the one that shows up early because you want to make sure that everything is straight and everything is set up for everybody else or even just for yourself before the day gets started? Are you that person that goes above and beyond for everybody else, but when it comes to your own health and fitness, your own self-care, you let it just sit on the back burner? Are you that person? Because if you are that person, I want you to understand that it is not okay. And it is my job to help you realize that there is better for you. You are constantly the person that is taking care of everybody else and everything else and making sure that this gets handled and that gets handled. And then you put yourself, say, oh, I'll do it when I get to it. I'll make sure that, it gets done eventually. But eventually never comes. Eventually never comes because you are consistently putting everything and everybody else above yourself. So that's where I come in as a health and fitness professional to teach you how to make sure that this balances with everything else that you have going on. How can we take 30 minutes out of your day? Even, you know what? Not even that. Let's back it up. How can we take 10 minutes out of your day to get you up and moving? How can we incorporate these little things that you barely even notice, but they add up over time, that are actually helping you to lose the weight, that are helping you to build the confidence, that are helping you to get stronger, that are helping you feel better and move better, that are helping you be more present for the things that you have to do? How many times have you found yourself just zoned out, going through the motions? You don't even realize where you are. You barely realize what's going on because you are so in the motions, you're not even present. We need to take back our power. We need to make sure that we are the ones prioritizing ourselves. As a business owner, there's so many hats that you wear. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a CEO, there are so many hats that you wear and so many things that you're responsible for. It is so easy to just let yourself just kind of take a back seat. Let's make sure that this is still okay. It is so easy to do that. But the more that you just start to stretch throughout the day, in between calls, you get up and stretch. Or during your lunch break, you actually take a lunch break and go move your body. Go for a walk, get some fresh air. These little things add up and they build so much self-esteem within you that you didn't even realize you were missing. How many times have you caught yourself in the position where maybe your friends want to go out and do something, but you just feel like shit? You're not confident. None of the outfits fit right. You just feel sluggish. Nothing feels right. So in turn, you just stay at home. When really, deep down, you really kind of wanted to go out. You really kind of wanted to go see what was going on out there. You wanted to be out in these streets just a little bit. You wanted to go dabble in the streets just a little bit. How many times have you found yourself doing that? You just talk yourself out of it like, I don't really want to go anyway. Yeah, you did. You just didn't feel good enough in yourself to do it. How many times has there been somebody that you saw, you're like, ooh, he kind of fine. Hold on. He kind of fine. But you also didn't feel worthy enough to even say something. And now that's a whole other thing. I'm not saying that women should approach men. I'm not saying that. But regardless, if you wanted to, you may not have been the most confident version of yourself to even do it if that were an option for you. You've made it to the point where that's not even an option for you because you're so insecure on the inside and you're so afraid of what other people are going to think and you're so afraid of rejection because you've already rejected yourself. It is time that you put yourself first. It is time that you actually start to prioritize these things because what's going to happen, let's think about it like this, right? You start out when you're younger, you're having fun, you're skipping around, you're jumping around, you're going, you may be one of the tomboys where you're going and playing basketball or you're cheering, you're doing whatever it is that you were doing when you were young that made you happy. Movement made you happy. And then life started lifing. We became an adult. We gotta do adult shit. We gotta pay bills. We gotta go get some money. We gotta be here. We gotta go there. Life starts lifing. We become an adult. And now your life slows down before you even realize that it slowed down. You don't have those team obligations from high school where you got to be at practice. You don't have that anymore. So now it's up to you. And if it were up to you, even you said it back then, if it were up to me, I wouldn't be here. I know plenty of teammates that said that. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be here. Now it's up to you. But you realize that when you were doing those things, when you were able to move in those ways, you felt good. You felt better. You may be a little sore. It may hurt a little bit in the moment. But overall, because you're moving, you felt better. Now, life starts lifing. We're adulting. It's ghetto up here, but we're here. We got to do it. So now we're here. And life has slowed down quite a bit. And now it's to the point where it hurts. It's not just that we've slowed down. Now it's to the point where it hurts. My joints are hurting. My back is hurting. My knees are hurting. I'm getting desk ass because I'm just sitting down all damn day. And now, not only have you slowed down, not only is it hurting, you don't even want to look in the mirror. You don't like what you see in the mirror. you see those clothes and you see these people doing these things, and you are maybe a little envious. But I want you to know that it is very much in your control. You know that saying, control what you can control? This is very much in your control.